Today we are going to study about lungs, a major organ of the respiratory system. The lungs are pyramid-shaped paired organs that are connected to the trachea by the right and left bronchi. On the inferior surface, the lungs are bordered by the diaphragm. The diaphragm is the flat dome-shaped muscle located at the base of the lungs and thoracic cavity. The lungs are enclosed by the pleura, which are attached to the midsternum. Right lung is shorter and wider than the left lung, and the left lung occupies a small volume than the right. Anatomy of the lung. The cardiac notch is an indentation on the surface of the left lung, and it allows space for the heart. The apex of the lung is the superior region where the base is the opposite region near the diaphragm. The costal surface of the lung borders the ribs. The midsternal surface faces the midline. Each lung is composed of smaller units called lobes. Fisher separates these lobes from each other. The right lung consists of three lobes: the superior, middle, and inferior lobe. The left lung consists of two lobes, the superior and inferior lobes. A bronchopulmonary segment is a division of the lobe, and each lobe houses multiple bronchopulmonary segments. Pulmonary lobe is a subdivision formed as the bronchi branches into bronchioles. Each lobule receives its own large bronchiole that has multiple branches. An interlobe spectrum is a wall composed of connective tissue which separates lobes from one another. Blood supply and nerve intervention of the lungs. The blood supply of the lungs plays an important role in gaseous exchanges and serves as a transport system for gaseous transport throughout the body. In addition, intervention by the both parasympathetic and sympathetic nerve system provides an important level of control through dilatation and constriction of the airway. Blood supply. The major function of the lungs is to perform gas exchange, which requires blood from the pulmonary circulation. This blood supply contains deoxygenated blood and travels to the lungs, where erythrocytes, also known as red blood cells, pick up oxygen to transport to the tissues throughout the body. The pulmonary artery is an artery that arises from the pulmonary trunk and carries deoxygenated arterial blood to the alveoli. The pulmonary artery branches multiply times as it follows the bronchi, and each branch becomes progressively smaller in diameter. One alveoli and an occupying valvular supply and drain one pulmonary lobule as they near the alveoli. The pulmonary arteries become the pulmonary capillary networks. The pulmonary capillary network consists of tiny vessels with very thin walls that lack smooth muscle fibers. The capillary branch and follow the bronchioles and structure of the alveoli. It is at this point that these capillary walls meet the alveoli wall, creating the respiratory membrane. Once the blood is oxygenated, it drains from the alveoli by the wall of multiple pulmonary veins, which exit the lungs through the helium. Nervous invention. Dilation and constriction of the airway are achieved through nervous control by parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. The parasympathetic system causes bronchoconstriction, whereas the sympathetic nerve system stimulates bronchodilation. Effects such as coughing and the ability of the lungs to regulate oxygen and carbon dioxide levels also result from this autonomic nervous system control. Sensory nerve fibers arises from the vagus nerve and from the second to fifth thoracic ganglia. The pulmonary plexus is a region on the lungs root formed by the entrance of the nerve at the ileum. The nerves then flow the bronchi in the lungs and the branch to the inner muscle fibers, glands, and blood vessels. Pleura of the lung. Each lung is enclosed within a cavity that is surrounded by the pleura. The pleura is a serous membrane that surrounds the lung. The right and left pleura, which encloses the right and left lung respectively, are separated by the midsternum. Parietal and visceral pleura of the lung. The pleura consists of two layers. The visceral pleura is a large layer that is superficially to the lungs and extends into and lines the lung fissures. The pleura is the outer layer that connects the thoracic wall, the midsternum, and the diaphragm. The visceral and the parietal pleura connects the each other at the ileum. The pleura cavity is the space between the visceral and the parietal layer. The pleura performs two major functions. They produce pleural fluid and create cavities that separate the major organs. Pleural fluid is secreted by the mesothelial cells from both pleural layers and acts to lubricate their surfaces. The lubrication reduces friction between the two layers to prevent the trauma during breathing and creates surface tension that helps maintain the position of the lung against the thoracic wall. This adhesive characteristic of the pleura fluid causes the lungs to enlarge when the thoracic wall expands during ventilation, allowing the lung to fill the air. The pleura also create a division between major organs that prevents interference due to the movements of the organs while preventing the spread of infection. Physiology of respiration. Breathing mechanism consists of two types. Inspiration, the process of taking air in. Expiration, the process of expel out the air. Muscles of respiration. The main muscles of respiration in normal quiet breathing are intercostal muscles, diaphragm. During difficulty or deep breathing, they are assisted by muscles of the neck, shoulder muscle, abdominal muscle. Intercostal muscles. These are 11 pairs of intercostal muscles that occupy the space between the 12 pairs of ribs. They are arranged in two layers, external intercostal muscles and internal intercostal muscles. Diaphragm. The diaphragm is a dome shaped muscle structure. It's spreading the thoracic and abdominal cavities. Inspiration. Inspiration is the process air enters into the lungs from atmosphere. This process is active and requires energy from muscle contraction. Inspiration mechanism. Intercostal muscles contract, they pull all the other ribs towards the first rib. Then the first rib moves up. Then the diaphragm contracts and moves down. After this, thoracic cavity is enlarged. After this process, there is a decreased alveolar pressure or lung pressure. After this step, drawing air into the lungs in an attempt to equalize the atmospheric and alveolar air pressure, which leads to air enters into the lungs. This process is known as inspiration. Mechanism. Relaxation of the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm, which leads to the downward and inward movement of the rib cage. This leads to the pressure inside the lungs exceeds that in the atmosphere. Air is expelled from the respiratory tract. This leads to the expiration of the air from the lungs.